or your anime list. I noticed that you were currently reading Chainsaw Man.
I'm on page number 1.
See what I mean?
That's the best place to start, in my opinion.
I put them on currently reading so I can see it. And then I'll start to read it when I see it. I'll be like, oh, I'm reading that.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit Podcast. It's your favorite host with the most, I'm the Bomb, and with me every week, of course, is Danny.
Yo.
Nick.
Hello.
And
wait, which Nick?
Shut up. And we have the Project Manga guys here, Noxi.
Yeah.
And Nickums.
Sup.
The other Nick is Nickums. I will refer to him as Nickums, Nick, and you fucking spoiled it before I introduced him. So shut up!
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
No, you're
so
you're
much.
very welcome. Sorry, Mom.
Happy to be back.
Swipe and dust my shoulders off a little bit. Son of a bitch. Fucking
Calm down, Sam.
It's just like, I got things to do.
I mean, I got things to do too.
I don't
I feel
like
your
to do things.
pain.
Now you're probably saying to you just when you're listening to the episode, you're probably saying to your speaker, Sam, you got the Project Manga guys on again because number one, you're a bitch. Number two,
I thought this was the Anime Summit podcast.
that, and number three, because we need more manga therapy. Because Nick, it needs more help. I need more help. Danny doesn't need so much, but
I also need to read manga too. But I also need help.
That's why
We got you.
that is why Nickums and Noxi is here. And of course it's Nickums' first time, so everyone clap for Nickums.
Woo!
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Nickums, what is real quick, what is your favorite thing to do in the morning while watching porn?
While watching porn?
Sam's a multitasker, apparently.
It's only so many options. Being a good boy. We'll go with that.
Okay, see, like that's
The
why.
best answer.
See, that's why in rehearsal when I asked you, you said you didn't answer it, and you can't just now you think I'm putting you on the spot. That's why we have a rehearsal. Never mind, doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm happy to have Noxi Nickums here. It's been a long time coming, bitch.
Hell yeah.
And I've been doing better, reading more manga, and I'm reading 2 more Jump titles now. I'm like,
Yes,
so
very
hype
happy
on it
to see that.
And not only that, like even people in our own Discord, there are shout out to Ed and Danny for running our manga book club. They're now reading Chainsaw Man.
Hell yeah. Love it.
I've only been telling them for 10 years to read it.
Oh, shut up, Sam.
That's Annie Twitter's darling.
Yeah,
It's
for
fucking
real
amazing. Fucking amazing.
2020 was
Good
10
reason.
years long, so that actually works. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That joke
Wow.
makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, dude. So I'm excited. Let's get to it. But first, let's take a small break right here. Hey everybody, it's Sam from Anime Summit here, and I'm here to talk to you about matcha tea from tpaz.com. This matcha is harvested from Uji, Japan, and is certified organic matcha. It's a healthy and organic stress reliever, cognitive boost. It's full of antioxidants and full of natural caffeine to wake you up in the morning. Go to tpaz.com and use anime at the checkout to get 20% off. Or you can go to matcha.animesummit.net and it'll auto-apply the coupon for you. Matcha tea at tpaz.com. Boom, shahala, hala, 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 hala. Check that out for me, would you? Links.animesummit.net. You can find all the pertinent links right there to take you to all the places where you can listen, consume, social media, Discord, and Pornhub account. Okay, here we go. Patreon.com/Anime Summit. If you become a patron, give a Smokey his wings, okay? And Noxi and Nickums, where can we find y'all?
Project Manga, everything. YouTube, Project Manga, Twitch, Project Manga, Twitter's Project Manga OFC, but you'll probably find it if you just type Project Manga. Yeah, that's about it.
And I will include their link tree in the description of this episode so you can follow and sub to their YouTube and of course, they come out with like, they got like 3 or 4 different shows going. Like they have, yeah, like
I don't know how you guys do it.
Me neither. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I don't fucking know. But like me and Danny were on a tangential tie-ins episode.
Yeah,
I was on
that
time for that.
Please, so fun.
What is that? Tangential tie-ins.
Well, we started our show reviewing manga coming out of Weekly Shonen Jump, but like we are into like anime and other things too. So like any kind of like tangential, topics that could potentially come up during our Weekly Shonen Jump reviews, we just made a whole show for it. We'll take that topic and just talk about it for an hour or so. So like best swordsman, best female characters, like you guys were on.
Oh yeah,
but we like to keep it kind of anime friendly. So for people that aren't caught up in manga, we don't usually have manga spoilers in those episodes. They're more like for anime, more casual fans or whatever.
Yes.
Nice.
If you do another best martial artist app, let me know because I am down to clown.
We're about overdue for that, to be honest. That was season 1.
Yeah, dude, best martial arts. I'm so down for that.
Yes.
You guys gotta do like a magical girl one too.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. That's a great idea.
That is one. Have we talked about that yet?
I don't think we've done magical girls.
You need to get on
in particular.
Yes. Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Danny, I'm a chirp you when we're going
All right.
for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Listener question of the week: what's everyone's favorite romance scene in a non-romance anime?
Beautiful question.
Yeah.
G Gundam, Domon, Kashu, and Rain.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome, Sam.
Best Gundam MC. Don't add me.
Yeah, dude. This hand of mine is glowing red. so sick.
I need to watch G Gundam.
You've never seen it?
The reread is
that
different,
UC or not?
Or the rewatch is different. But
is it UC or not UC?
It's its own. I think it's Cosmic
good.
Era, Future Century.
But it's still 50 episodes like every other Gundam.
But it's still 50. Yeah,
so strap in.
It's like 47 or 50. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Really, it's that long?
Yeah.
Every Gundam is 50 episodes and like
I didn't know that. Huh.
It's insane.
Fucking the How Gundam and Funsaiki, dude. Remember Funsaiki? The horse thing. It's like a horse Gundam, and it's like a horse.
That sounds awesome.
Well, this was right around the time Gundam Wing came out.
Yeah, we didn't get it in America till like way later. But like, yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, that's mine. What about you guys?
Who wants to go next? I'll go next. So my pick is, the classic scene people have seen, I'm sure, Guts and Casca in Berserk, the 1997 anime. Just a fantastic, very emotional, very powerful scene. As they realize they love each other, and I forget the exact quote, but Guts is like, I wanna lie with you 1,000 more times, you know what I mean? And Casca's like, you fucking dummy or whatever, you know what I mean?
She just flames him for being cheesy like the whole time, but she's like totally into it. It's super cute, dude.
Right.
Guts does the TikTok thing. He's like, I love you, bitch.
I'll never stop loving you, bitch. Yeah. What about Nick, Danny, Danny, and Noxi?
Other Nick, I'll go.
What you got?
Nina X Table-kun from Code Geass.
Yo.
It was a brief scene, but it was a flame. It came and went, and Nina and Table-kun's romance was all we needed.
You're making a joke,
show.
right?
Yeah.
Table-kun.
That was such a surprise. Like watching Code Geass. That show was that was a roller coaster of a show, but it's like there's so many things happening, and then suddenly you're sent to this dark room and you see this motion. You're like, what's happening? And then you see Nina humping the side of a table. Like, why? What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I should rewatch Code Geass soon.
Crazy anime. It's just popcorn entertainment.
Sure. Yeah, I'll have to check it out sometime.
Mm-hmm.
What a romance, though.
Okay, all right.
You guys remember that? You guys remember that episode in Inuyasha where Kagome gets sick in her like real world?
Oh yeah.
She catches a cold in Inuyasha, people can classify Inuyasha as a romance if they want to, but
sure.
I've only ever known it as like a shonen. You know what I
mean?
A little bit of both. It's a girls' show, so it's a romance.
It's definite. I mean,
I'm just labeling
Is
stuff.
I'm
trying to make Danny mad.
It was
I'm trying to
so
make Danny
cute,
mad.
dude. She got sick. She like got a cold, and like they're in like her modern world or whatever. And
Right.
Inuyasha's like, all right, y'all got any liver? He's like, they're like, what kind of liver? He's like, doesn't matter. Carp liver, deer liver. I'm gonna make her some liver soup and herbs. And then like,
It probably worked.
yeah, her granddad and like brother are like, you're crazy, man.
On the
That's so
hunt,
weird.
yeah.
And then he gives.
We're just
it
gonna
to
give her some
and-
NyQuil.
yeah. It was just so cute because he's so like trying to not act like he's like, worried or trying to, he's just like, here you go. He has just like this stonewall kind of like attitude, like, this is just my duty, type shit. But it's such a cute scene from what I remember.
I love it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Danny.
I am going to say Asuna and Negi in Mahou Sensei. Like
Yay.
that's the only like most recent. I can't really think of anything else, but like as of right now on what I'm reading, even though like Asuna says that it's like brother sister kind of relationship, like you can definitely tell on like numerous occasions that like Asuna is definitely feeling more romantic feelings with Negi.
Yeah, you
the
get a
more
lot
he
more in, like,
progresses.
visual storytelling.
Yeah.
In the way that
turns
like,
into
they
a
kind of
romance.
react to things.
When she gets trapped in the washing machine, then it turns into a romance.
All right. God,
Real
dude.
brotherly sister romance that we have come to know and love.
Shut up.
You been watching Robot Chicken lately?
No, not lately. I've been watching the source material for that meme.
I can't.
Why do you ruin everything?
You said brother sister romance. What do you want me to say, Danny? Come on. You set me up.
Not just nothing. Don't say anything.
Just keep your thoughts to yourself.
God. I'll be like, hey, Nick, what's up? He's like, dick and vagina. Ugh! Like, shut
No,
up.
that's you and Danny. That's not me.
Yeah, but
talking
we
about
actually talk
romance.
about actual fucking, like real life fucking, you know?
I guess that is
3D.
the only
3D
only
fucking.
real-
Not
God,
2D
God
fucking.
forbid that we haven't had our backs blown out in like 2 weeks, okay? Shut up. God. God. Anyway.
I haven't heard that turn of phrase in a while. I don't even know. Well, I can guess what it means.
So aside
whenever
from...
you guys work that out, I got a good chiropractor in town.
Yeah.
Holler at me.
So aside from Nick, not Nickums, Nick, ruining everything. Nickums, this is your first time on the show.
Yes.
Waifu and Husbando. Let's go.
All right, so we'll start with my waifu. So for both of these, I wanted to do one from more modern manga, Project Manga, but I did want to do some anime as well, so my husbando will be from a recent anime, but so we'll start with the waifu. So had to go with Latla from Undead Unluck, yo.
Yes!
Right?
That is a
She's
catchy
so-
name.
She's so
Yes.
sexy, right? Like her hair is like, I love her hair, like the straight across
Yes.
bangs, but like the angled bob in the back, you know what I mean?
She kind of has
good.
the same haircut as like Fubuki from One Punch Man.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yep,
mhm.
yep. Love the hoop
Love
earrings,
that.
and her outfits are always like super cute, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, very, very, very high
She's
quality.
always clean, bro.
Yes.
Like she's
Yes.
going to a ball.
Yeah.
Every time.
She is, dude. She's sharp as fuck.
Her outfit
Yeah.
in that auction boat arc, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, ooh.
Oh, Jessica Rabbit vibes.
Yeah.
God, she's perfect.
Beautiful thing.
And for the husbando, had to pick a boy from Kimono Jihen, which is an anime that is airing now this season.
Yeah,
and
I like it.
he's your Tanuki daddy, you know what I mean? Like he's a big boy. He's got like this kind of light brown mullet, but like the mullet is kind of in the shape, if you can imagine like what a Tanuki mullet would look like, it looks like that, you know what I mean? He's got a deep voice, he plays it cool. I mean, he's got some big daddy energy for sure.
Yeah, he's stunning.
He's cool, dude. He's cool. Thank you, Nickums.
Oh, he's the one who showed his butt to the kid, right?
Yes.
That's funny. He's like,
Yo, come on, Nick.
I always watched the first 3 episodes. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
I know, but why isn't the first thing like it's not? You see what I mean, you guys?
Because that is the most memorable thing that Nick saw when he was watching it at 2 times speed.
I
watch. It's my dirty secret. I watch a lot of anime at 2 times speed.
You do?
Real?
No, well, only some anime. I watch most of it at like 1.5. So
1.5.
You watching dubs then, or are you reading the subtitles?
Oh,
at
it's
1.5
subtitle.
times
Subtitle.
speed?
Yeah, dub sounds a little weird.
Oh, your
He's
reading
barely-
speed's got to be drastically
Yeah, that's
high.
got to be very challenging.
I mean, I missed some of it, but whatever.
Sure.
Just fill in the blank.
More like most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching on 1.5x, you don't really care that much about
Yeah.
the content. You know what I mean? Like,
I usually
Hey,
try
I'm
to
telling you
judge
right
myself.
now, Nick, you better not have done this with Hunter x Hunter.
No. I judge based on the cover. I'm like, is this going to be good? All right, I'm going to 2 times speed it.
On the cover?
judging an anime by the cover. Ooh.
Oh.
I'm like, what's the
Like
score
how
now?
right-
6.8.
You
All
see
right,
what I
this is
mean?
2
Like
times.
Nick right away is just like, that's the guy who showed his ass. Then right away Noxi was like, come on, fam.
It makes everything funnier. So if you want to watch comedy, do that.
I'm screaming.
Or just watch Japan Sinks at 2 times speed. Then you'll
Dude,
have Nick like laughing hysterically
Spoilers.
at the whole entire
We
thing.
nominated Japan Sinks as Comedy of the Year for the AAA podcast.
Oh my god.
They might have to read that out. I hope they read that and laugh.
It would be a comedy at 2x speed. I mean, that would be
Oh,
wild.
it is. It is.
Nick was like talking about the part where the girl like died from the gas, and he was like,
That was so
"Oh."
funny, dude. I'm sorry.
That was so jarring. It would be double jarring hilarious at double speed.
She
Oh my
just
God.
like instantly plops over and. Okay.
You're just
anyway.
like, what?
Yeah, this reminds me of that scene in The Departed when Jack Nicholson like kills that dude and then he like falls over and like they're standing there for a minute and then Jack
yeah.
Nicholson's like, he fell funny.
yeah.
It's like Nick type beat.
Oh my god. So here's the deal. Nickums and Noxi are going to recommend a manga for each of us. So that means 2 for each of us. 1 from Noxi, 1 from Nickums. But first things first, let's talk about some of the recommendations, not all of them, but just some of them, from the first manga therapy session we had with Noxi. One of the biggest recommendations I ever got from Noxi was, other than the other stuff, from watching their pod, but like Witch Hat Atelier on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
therapy
we're
episode.
actually all reading that. We're all
That
reading
really
that.
comes
Oh, yeah.
from Nick. Really,
Sure,
you know what I mean?
sure.
Because Nick put by extension really me on, or put Keiko on, and then Keiko was like, "Nox, you got to read this," and then but it all kind of comes from Nick there.
So
It's one of the best ever written, I think. You know what I mean?
So let me tell you the story of how that went down. So you recommended that to me, okay? And then, like from Nickums, right? But then I was trying to literally get everyone in my Discord to read it for like
Yes.
months and months and months.
No, that was Sen. Sen was actually the one who recommended it, Sam. Not
Because
me.
I recommended it to them for like months.
I know.
See what I mean?
Sounds
This is why
like-
you're a bitch. No, no, fuck you. Because like,
You're welcome, Sam.
and then people didn't. Then I stopped because I was like, all right, I'm not even gonna bother y'all a bunch of bitches. And then Sen started recommending it for our manga book club, and then nobody listened to them for like a couple months, and then they finally started reading it, and I said, literally, fucked a lot of you. I've been telling you for the past year, I've been shitting my pants, trying to get y'all to read it, and then Nick, all of a sudden, our Nick, not the awesome Nickums, our awesome, our awesome Nick was like, yeah, I recommended it. I told everyone to read it. I'm like, you are a bitch. Fuck you. So then I
were all
went over
taking
to the
credit
Project
for it.
Manga Discord, and Noxi was on voice along with Nickums and some other people, and I got on there and I was like, can you come to my Discord and tell everyone to shut the fuck up? Because I'm mad. Give me my
You know
cred.
why? It's because I saw it on my list. I went to my anime list one time and I'm like, oh, what's this? This looks cool. All right, I'm gonna recommend because you guys recommended it on the episode. I'm like, oh, this looks neat. We should read this. And Sen's like, wow, this is amazing, guys. I recommend this.
Oh my god.
I recommended it. I'm sorry.
I hate my life.
Everybody just ignores.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm happy that you guys have jumped into Witch Hat Atelier to some degree.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
best,
Yeah,
and
they-
best
That's
manga
peak.
artwork
That's
I've
peak,
ever
man.
seen. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they're.
Yeah, it's up there for real. Like all
It's
things
it's
considered,
close.
I had a tweet where I said I think Witch Hat Atelier has my favorite art in manga right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
wonder
I
how long
thought
it takes
about
her to
like
draw
all
a
the, all the
page.
areas that I score,
crap.
you know, like manga art, like the paneling, the volume covers, the contrast, the
Right.
creature designs, the magic application, like everything is all there intense.
But not just the art. I mean, like the
Yeah.
characters are all fantastic, and like
Oh,
to
yeah.
have a young girl MC is just you love to see it. You know what I mean? And the mystery of the plot is it just keeps you coming back for more
The edge of
constantly.
your
You know what I mean?
seat, edge of
Yeah.
your seat all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
Yeah. So I fucking love it. I have all 6 volumes right now. So when the 7th volume comes out, they're gonna meet for that as well.
Hell yeah.
And
I do
yeah,
too.
yeah. Nick got it before me somehow, which is bullshit. But like, you know,
Because I got Sen's discount like Barnes and Noble.
we are so full of crap. But yeah, it's fun.
I'm doing it digitally, so
Nice.
I just have I have no room on my bookshelf that's dedicated to my manga right now, and I just couldn't like buy it. Plus,
Sounds like it's time for another bookshelf.
Yeah, or my own place that I can have more bookshelves.
Yes.
But in digital, Volume 7 is already out.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah. So anyway,
Nice.
anyway, I'm trying to get my shelf on Danny's level right now, so that's what I'm doing. But so Danny, what was one of the ones Noxi recommended to you, Danny and Nick? What about you guys? And did you read them?
The 3 that
I need somebody to list mine. 'cause
Noxi recommended me was Mahou Sensei, Negima,
And then Spirit
crap.
Circle.
Spirit Circle, and then what was the other
Gamaran.
one? Gamaran, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't. I like read maybe like a few pages of Gamaran, but I haven't. Or I feel like with that one right now, it's
Yeah.
not the right time for me to read that.
Oh yeah, it's got to be the right time.
Yeah.
Gamaran is a very like meatheady, you know what I'm saying? Very
Just straight action.
Just straight action. You know what I mean? It has
Right.
amazing characters and whatnot, but it definitely takes, I want to say, a volume for you to like see anything like really deep about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really liked the few pages that I did read, and I was just like, oh, okay, this is pretty interesting. But I just like my brain just never thought of like
Yeah.
oh, let me read this. Like
Yeah.
with Negima, like when I saw when
That's a Danny story.
Yeah.
when because I have Kindle Unlimited, so and the entire series manga series for
Is on
Negima
Kindle?
is on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah,
Oh my
for
god,
free.
that's so cool.
For free. So when I saw
Nice.
that, I was like, oh shit. Okay, I need to take advantage of this because this has been on my list since Noxi came on.
Yeah.
So I need to read this right now. And then like we were talking like off mic and everything, you know, I really enjoy it. This is the type of like girl action that like very feminine action that I particularly like.
Yes.
Aside from all the freaking harem
Harem.
panty shot, like
Right.
all that,
Etchy.
like oh man,
That's the best
like,
part.
Relax.
that was just like I could literally not have this, and this would
Yeah.
still be like a really good
Yeah.
show, like good
Yeah.
manga and stuff. So
Yeah, and kind of like I was saying the last time that I was on you guys' show is that like what it feels like to me, at least, and me and Kiko have talked about this a couple times, is that Ken Akamatsu's publication history has been kind of all harem romance stories
right,
up
yeah,
until
especially
Love
with
Hina.
Love Hina.
Yeah.
yeah, and then there was even a book before that I can't remember the title of, that was also like a harem romance title, you know what I mean? And so Ken Akamatsu kind of like carves his lane, you know, inside of the publication line as someone who excels in this kind of work, you know what I mean? So
Right.
what it feels like to me and Kiko is that editorial was like, yo, you want to do a new series. I don't know exactly how much influence they have, but it feels like they were like, okay, we really need you on harem romance still.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's like your bread and butter, you know. And I feel like Ken Akamatsu was like, well, I kind of want to tell like a really good shonen magic story. And like maybe they were like, no, just like kind of like
Yeah.
stick to your day job, buddy. You know, like type kind of conversation. You know, so he's
Yeah,
like, all right,
it's like,
well, I'll do what you say, coach. You know, and he kind of like starts off harem, and then like 60 chapters later, he's like switches it to shonen, and it's
Yeah.
like already, you know, wildly successful. So what?
Yeah,
can they do?
I now that like after the Kyoto arc, the ecchi stuff, you're starting to see less of it. I mean,
Yeah.
there are some moments where like during the training when Negi and Maki were training for Maki's gymnastics competition, and Negi was training for the discipleship test.
Yeah, the apprenticeship.
Yeah. That particular scene, you did see like sometimes Maki's skirt would like fly up, but she would like hide it a little bit. Like but overall, that whole entire, I guess like mini arc for that I think that was like the only small thing that was going on. Oh, well, no, I lied. Also, they were in the frickin' shower.
Yeah,
and
then I was about to say, the bathhouse.
All of that is just like big but like that I can deal with. Like I just don't like the whole panties shot kind of thing.
I feel like you're
why
gonna
do I need this?
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get like an ecchi element throughout the series, like regardless. You know what I mean? Like it definitely does get very few and far between as the story goes on. But back to your like point about the female character landscape is that it obviously does start off very cringy and very harem, and these girls are very
so cringy.
Yeah, they're very stereotypically depicted in the beginning, but as they get fleshed out, you see them like become, more independent in regards to like how they feel, like the badass female characters that you see in like everything nowadays. You know what I mean? In the more progressive storytelling like light that we have. Especially more so in like the shonen area nowadays that we're seeing, you get these Mario Leona type characters, these Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen type characters, and it's like you have a ton of those in Mahou Sensei Negima. It takes a while to see it, but they're still very cute. They're very like petite, they blush, often, but when it's time to get down to it, like there's the abilities that they have don't feel girly, like they're using, abilities that anybody, like you could see anybody using, you know what I mean? So like, I like how it's not like, oh, I kiss you and then do damage, or, like, it's not things like that. I look at you a cute way and now, you're my slave or something. It's nothing like that. Like there's badass, like there's a one of the girls, I can't say anything because I don't know how far you are. I was about to go crazy, but I'm gonna chill. But I'm excited for you though.
Well, I remember like quickly like messaging you too about Kaede. Like Kaede right now is one of my favorite girls right now. She's like the really tall one. She like does like all that ninja shit.
Yep.
And when Negi, this was like early in the chapter, Negi was like all crying and running away, and he ran off in the woods and stuff, and he lost his wand, and he couldn't find his wand. And then Kaede's over here is all like, oh, Negi, like come train with me, like I gotta go, like I gotta hunt some of this fish so I can survive in the mountains for tonight. And he's like, oh, okay. And then, they do all this surviving shit. And then Kaede makes a bath for them. And she, like, throws some Yoda shit at him. It's all like, it's okay to, like, run away. But, like, not only that, you're just a kid. So, but...
Yeah.
By you running away, like you're realizing that, you can do more about it, or something like that. I can't remember.
And you just never get scenes like that where a male character is being taught something like that from a female character.
Right.
I'm remembering recently, I started reading Golden Kamui a couple months ago, so like it reminds me of like Asurpa and Tsukamoto, you know what I mean? So. But yeah, Kaede, and I love the like Kunoichi, like character type, you know what I mean?
She's so funny. I love her. And then like when Negi like writes a little note saying thank you to her, and he like finds his wand and he flies away, and you see like Kaede like peeking outside, like, oh, I guess he left, like. And then she goes, I didn't realize that he was a wizard. Well, that's okay. And then she like falls asleep.
Okay, so Danny, you are reading it then.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a little tangent right there.
Danny the filibuster.
I love that.
So Nick, what did you recommend to Nick, and Nick, did you read any of them?
I recommended Nick the Fable, My Home Hero, and there was a third one that I'm blanking on right now.
Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers.
Oh, is that
can
Sam's
tell
rec
you-
or my rec?
Oh wait,
No.
I think no, because Sam was already reading it.
Noxi said this one that I'm recommending to Nick because he said fuck me up.
Yeah.
And this one will fuck you up. And really, this is a recommendation to everybody. But I was
Yes,
already
that's
reading
right.
it at the time.
Yeah.
And the latest chapter, man.
I'm behind. I haven't read it.
Oh God!
Well, I can tell you right now, Nick did not read any of those recommendations.
I read a lot
You're
of manga.
tweaking, fam.
I read. Look, I read Sam's Rex. I read Witch Hat.
Nice.
That counts. And
No,
I
it
read-
doesn't. It doesn't.
Keep in mind,
Oh,
I was
alright.
coming from nothing.
Sure,
I hadn't
sure.
read like any manga. Well, I'd read like 4, but I hadn't read like any really.
You were
in the
given
past
3
number of
Rex.
years.
No, let me tell you
How
something.
long ago was that?
That was
Last
episode
year, like-
239,
Like last year.
and that debuted on YouTube. Hold on. Oh shit, my computer froze. Shit.
Oh no.
It was the Fable, Tokyo Revengers, and what was the third one again?
My Home Hero.
My Home Hero.
Okay.
All three of
that's
those.
right.
That
absolutely
debuted on
fire
YouTube.
titles.
Phenomenal.
That debuted on YouTube February 29th, 2020.
That's impressive because
God.
I've seen your anime list, your manga list, Nick, and it's quite good.
It's like
now.
6. I finished like 6 things.
Yeah, my manga list is not complete because I have to add things to it still because there's a bunch of stuff I read in high school. But Nick is reading a lot because of manga club, so that's awesome anyway. But like, yeah,
But
Nick is
he
reading.
still never finishes reading like the chapters that we break up.
Yeah,
No,
he'll go
the
into
meme,
the
the
He's
meme is that I'll show
literally-
up. If we have to read
he will
3
show
volumes,
up.
I'll read 2 volumes, and I'll be like, guys, just let me read
And he'll
during the
s-
club.
Yeah, he'll still
He'll
be
read
reading during the club.
Yo.
He's seriously tweaking. Yeah, it's fucking,
And then, oh my god! And
Hey,
then
I beat
he
Jeremy
gets,
that one time. I was ahead by like 3 chapters.
Then Nick gets mad because we have our meetings on Sunday at like 6 Central.
Yeah.
And he's getting mad. He's all like, "Sunday's a dumb day to have a meeting."
It is a
And
dumb
then,
day.
And then he goes, "We should have it on like a Monday." And then I'm like, "Nick, you couldn't even finish watching anime to record on a Monday. What makes you think
Why do you think
that
I watch
are
at 2
going
times
to?"
speed, Danny?
hey, Nick
You
watched. Hey,
still
wait,
never-
wait.
You still never finished though.
No, these
So-
last few seasons, Nick watched
No.
way more than we did.
Ooh.
I don't know about that.
Slightly
He didn't
more,
Watch,
that's right.
He didn't watch like 11 to 12 shows within like 2 weeks.
Okay, all right.
I
I faked
watched
all my
30
episodes
episodes in a day.
I faked
one
all my
time.
orgasms. It doesn't matter. Okay.
But I will say that your guys' episode did inspire me to read manga. So, like,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
currently reading a bunch of stuff. Well, okay, a lot of it is on there. I haven't actually started a lot of it, but some of it I have started. So, yeah. And I will get to Fable and Tokyo Revengers and My
No, you
Home
won't.
Hero. I'll get to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you start those are 3 of like the bingiest manga that I think
Yeah,
I've
they
like,
look
especially My
badass.
Home Hero
Yeah.
and Tokyo Revengers.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are series where when I started reading them, I think I actually caught up to the chapters available in that session.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And Tokyo Revengers had like 80 when I caught
Mm-hmm.
up, you know what I mean? So it's like
Dude, it's so fucking good.
I went crazy, yeah.
Oh, whoops, that's another one I didn't add to my currently reading. It's so fucking good. I'm fucking dying. But right now, my big thing is I cannot find volumes of Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man anywhere. I want them on my shelf.
I got
Sure.
you.
I
They're-
can't
They should
fucking-
they should
Go
be
to eBay or Amazon.
I've been doing that, but they're like
Yeah.
somebody was charging $20 for volume 1 and 2.
oh no.
It was like
They
25.
sold out
or
like that?
They were selling out. I went when Chainsaw Man came out. So like one of our patrons works at a Barnes and Noble, and they were like, it was gone. They were gone. We had them for a day, and they were gone.
Wow.
I don't
You can get
remember
it
the
for,
last time a volume of a manga sold out like in my local like book shop area.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And then I went to my local Barnes, and I went to go get 4, 5, 6, 7 of JJK and the first 2 of Chainsaw Man, all gone.
Wow.
Damn.
And when I was there last time, they had all the JJK, except for the ones I took, and I was like, fuck.
The anime really is putting in work for
I know, I
Jujutsu
should've
Kaisen's
fucking
popularity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't had sex in 4 years. But anyway, so speaking of Nick not reading anything, which is a joke because he does read.
I'm seeing them on eBay for like $15, which is
I'm not
still
gonna
a
pay
lot for
15.
one volume.
Like that's what I'm
a lot.
saying. That's what,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
what I'm
lot.
saying.
Manga volume
dude.
should only be like $10 at most.
I'm
Yeah,
finna,
10 at most
99.
for sure.
I'm finna cry.
I mean,
Anyway,
unless it's like, unless it has like that material that feels good on the skin.
I
then it
can't
could be more.
I can't prove it, but this is somehow racist and Smokey's fault. Like I'm just saying. They don't want the Latina to have none. Okay. Anyway, so Nick, you're up first. Noxi and then Nickums. throw your recommendations at Nick. Therapy is now in session about... Wait, hold on. Wait till the clock hits, because, I don't
We should hit the gavel.
Well, because, like, they charge
know
by
why.
the hour, and you're fucking over here just making a joke out of them, It's like, come on.
We're working pro bono tonight.
What does the therapist in The Sopranos say? I don't even know. I've seen like
Oh
5
my god,
episodes.
we're about to start talking about The Sopranos right now.
No, don't.
Do it.
Okay. All right, Noxi first. At Nick.
Oh, me, okay. For Nick, right?
Nick Noxi Nickums. Nick Noxi Nickums. That's the name of my new mixtape. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So right now I'm doing my recommendation for Nick, right?
For Nick.
Yes, correct.
All right.
I
so
got
as-
my hand ready to click on the page.
So as I was scouring your list, or your anime list, I noticed that you were currently reading Chainsaw Man.
I'm on page number 1.
Okay.
See what I mean?
That's the best place to start, in my opinion.
I put him
Well-
on currently reading so I can see it.
Nick.
So I can see it. And then I'll start to read it when I see it. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm reading that. I should probably start it."
Okay. Well, I saw it on your list. Whether you started it, well, we know.
Yeah,
that
because
you
they're doing
did
it for
on
book
page 1.
club. So.
But here's the thing: you should read JigoKoraku, or Hell's Paradise JigoKoraku,
Yes.
because this is a manga that's coming out of the Jump Plus arm of Shueisha, right? So that's like going to be more, mature. You know what I mean?
It's like monthly,
content. It's
that one's weekly.
Oh, no, it's weekly.
yeah.
Okay.
But the release dates kind of vary inside of Jump Plus, but JigoKoraku was weekly, and it just finished a couple weeks ago, so you can binge the whole thing.
Oh, I've
It's-
been wanting to read this.
Yeah.
It's something
very
else.
good.
It's
Yeah.
something
This guy
else.
looks
It is.
like
I saw this
Howl's
on
Moving Castle, kind of.
on my Kindle. Yeah, and I put this
Ooh,
as
it's
my
on
plan to
Kindle.
watch. Yeah.
It's
Well,
so
it's not
good.
on Unlimited, but it's definitely something that I wanted to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely up there for me. I have a special relationship. Well, me and Nick have a special relationship with it because we review it on
Right.
our Patreon exclusive show. But I feel like as someone who doesn't review it and isn't trying to zero in on it under a microscope or anything like that, it is very, very good.
Oh, this is Hell's Paradise.
Yeah,
Yes,
Hell's
yes,
Paradise,
okay.
JigoKoraku. It's from Kaku Yuji, coming out of Jump Plus, and it tells the story of a shinobi that is set up and turned into the shogunate. And
Yeah.
the
Nick was a
is looking-
shinobi once, so he can relate.
Oh, word?
Yes.
I find that hard to believe, but hey. Hey, you never know. If he's a shinobi, then he did a really good job of
Yeah, he
concealing
one
his
time.
presence
Yeah,
as
I
a
saw it.
shinobi.
It was crazy.
I just like how all your recommendations are exactly 7.95 out of 10 on Mal. So
Oh, word?
Oh,
Which is that's a really good score. I just think it's funny how they're all the same exact score. So I'm like, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. No, it's really good. But no, it tells a story of this ninja who gets set up and turned into the shogunate. The shogunate is looking for the elixir of immortality, essentially, and they think it's on this really dangerous island that
Was it like a philosopher's stone or just the elixir?
I'm not
of
going to
immortality?
spoil what the elixir of immortality is for you, but you can read
Okay.
it and you can see exactly what it is. But the island is really dangerous. No one's ever come back unscathed or even really alive still, and you kind of see what that means when you read it. But basically, there's a bunch of death row convicts, and they're like, "All right, well, check it out. You guys are going to go to this island since you're on death row anyway, and if you die, whatever you were." You were scheduled to anyway. But if you find the elixir, bring it back and you get amnesty. But only one of you, can get pardoned. So it's kind of like a free for all, survival scavenger hunt.
Oh,
And
like
it's
a battle
brutal
royale type
as
thing.
hell.
It's
Battle Royale,
super
yeah.
brutal. It's super brutal. The art is amazing. It's got this very sketchy art style that kind of lends itself to the grittiness of the storytelling. You know what I mean? But the landscape art is beautiful. You know what I mean? So you got that amazing contrast there. The characters are some of the probably one of the top 5 best casts of characters I've read in manga, all things considered.
Nice.
You know
super
what I
high
mean?
quality. Almost every character is likable in their own way, and they all have unique motivations and shit. It's very impressive.
Yes,
I'm going to
it is-
recommend this to our manga book club, and
Please,
Everyone's
you
gonna
guys will
yell
have
at
a
me.
lot of fun, and it's got one of the strongest first chapters,
Yes.
ever too. You'll see the quality right away inside of the narrative. The author takes a very poetic approach to character work and just it's very special. You can tell it. You can tell it's very special right away.
Absolutely.
I can't recommend it enough.
this looks dope. I love the action recommendations that you give because that's kind of how I want to. That's what I like in manga. Well, I like that in anime too, but I think manga does a great job of that.
Really does.
You'll have a great time with the action inside.
You can go at your own pace. You can go fast or slow, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, now Nickums to Nick. The Nicks, you guys got to promise me that you do an AOQ episode where it's just you two on our podcast.
I mean, the more Nicks, the better. And looking at your anime list here, your manga list, like you are a Nick after my own heart, Nick. Like I see on here reading or maybe planning to read Yokohama Shopping Trip, which Hat Atelier we talked about. You're planning on reading Girls Last Tour. These you have tons of titles I love on your list, like so many titles I love. So basically, when I'm looking at your list, I'm like, what are you not reading that I'm absolutely loving right now? So my recommendation for you is Land of the Lustrous, Hoseki no Kuni.
Oh yeah, I've seen the anime.
If you've only seen the anime, I'm sure you really enjoyed it, and you have to keep reading the manga because it just gets crazier and crazier and more dramatic and more brutal. It's really good. For those people who don't know, I suppose, anything about the series, it's you could kind of say it's like Steven Universe in a sense, right? Like anthropomorphic gem people. But in this one, it's a little more strict about the Mohs hardness scale of gems. So say for example, Diamond, the character, if they punch a quartz character, they would just shatter. You know what I mean? And in this story, as you are aware, reading or watching the anime, Phosphosphorite, the main character, is this weak baby gem, super low hardness, and they just want to help defend their home against these moon people. These moon people come from the sky and invade and
Buddha
kill them.
Statues or something.
Yeah, it's like this
and stuff. It's weird.
Buddhist kind of vaguely Buddhist looking symbology and stuff like that. And they just want to help, but they're too weak. So this teacher, the sensei. Leader guy basically says okay, well, you're not going to fight, but go ahead and make an encyclopedia for our community or whatever. And then just from there, it just as Phosphosphorite tries to be more involved and become stronger in their own way, things just go off the rails, becomes more and more wrong over time. I don't want to spoil too much, but the story is surprisingly tragic and fits very well, I think, with your list of kind of more serious, high quality titles or whatever.
Yeah, you got Monster on here. I can't.
I've seen 50 out of 70 of the episodes for anime. That was 10 years ago, and I put it on hold. I'm like, all right, I should probably start again. But
Monster's a great adaptation.
I love Monster.
Yeah, that's one of those where it's both of them are good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
The manga, at least. I didn't watch the anime.
Anime is just as good. Honestly,
it's
that's
crazy.
one of the ones where it's you could go either way. I don't have
because they gave it the
preference in
perfect amount of
recommendation.
episodes.
Yeah.
Right. This might sound weird. I've only watched the anime of Monster. I've never read the manga, but I've seen the anime 7 times. I don't know. I really love Monster, the anime.
So good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Land of the Lustrous. I love the OP and ED for that show, for the anime.
Yes.
So catchy.
I'm so stoked for season 2 whenever that's supposed to come out or whatever.
A really high score on Mal too, 8.8.
Yeah, it's a very high quality one.
Good things from Land of the Lustrous.
The art is in the manga, the CG of the anime is obviously very high quality. It's probably one of the only good CG predominant anime in my opinion. But the manga is also very pretty. It's a little sketchy at times, but there's also these beautiful high contrast stark blacks, bold blacks, especially in the landscapes or whatever, and the drawing of these moon people in this Buddhist style is also very very beautiful in the manga.
Yeah, I really like how they're all they're kind of like Clamp character designs. They're super lanky and wobbly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bunch of cuties.
Nick to Nickums. I am not sure how we're recording this right now because
I've read the first 3 pages already.
The forces of Nick coming together, it's just unfathomable. So it's I don't even,
you better watch out.
I don't understand how we're even alive right now. This is crazy. All right, next on the slab. All right, Nick, move out of the couch. Danny, you sit on the couch.
Yay, Danny time.
Pull out the notepad. You got to pull out a whole another notepad here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Smokey, can you get me the extra notepad? I can't use this. Give me the extra notepad. Well, then you're fired. How about that? Huh?
I love
Fuck
it.
you too.
I love it.
All over a notebook.
Yeah, and your mother was a whore. How about that? You're adopted, just so you know. I'm sorry.
So is the adopted mother the whore, or?
Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my god.
Sam had to handle business real quick.
Now I gotta cut all this out. Do you understand how hard my job is? Now I have to cut all this out. People will be putting my business out in the street like that. Now he's gonna go tweet. He's gonna go on Twitter.
Don't they always? Don't they always?
Always, every time, without fail.
Oh my god. Okay, Danny, I'm sorry. Fucking Noxi, go ahead and throw the Rex at the famous Danny.
Okay. So I'm super excited about this recommendation because we just reviewed this in our book club not too long ago. And I was thinking, when I was looking at your list again this time, I thought about everything that I recommended you before. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is very different than anything that, because this is I think, I recommended you Spirit Circle, which is seinen as well. But this story is called Batuque from Sako Toshio. So this came out of Weekly Young Jump, which is another magazine inside of Shueisha, but it's like a seinen arm, right? Mm-hmm.
This is the same person who wrote Usogui.
Yes, yep. So same author, illustrator of Usogui.
Can you guys link
heard
this in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
can't
sure.
spell it.
Yeah, Nick,
Yeah. It's
Nick?
Brazilian. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, so this manga, are you familiar with the martial arts discipline capoeira?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This is a manga about fucking capoeira.
Are you serious?
It's so good, and
And the MC, Nox, the MC?
The main character is this best girl MC, and I don't want to. It's so hard for me to like explain the MC because it's gonna make me accidentally like say things that I shouldn't. So what I will
Just
say,
the first chapter is intense.
The first chapter is intense. She's a girl that like is disappointed in like how her life is going is what I'll say. And she's looking for, a some kind of I don't want to say outlet or escape, but like some kind of avenue that allows her to like fully realize herself. And she finds that through capoeira, essentially.
Capoeira.
Yes, and the
God.
author, like wherever you read this, I'm pretty sure that the translator notes will come with it anywhere that you read it. But the amount of research that this author does into the martial art of capoeira and the history of Brazilian martial arts is like very impressive, is what I'll say. Like you can just read like after every chapter the research that was done to give you the story inside of that chapter. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful the way that it's done. The art is phenomenal if you're familiar with capoeira already, and I feel like telling you that it's about capoeira is kind of like essential. I mean, you could it is essential, but if you know that it's about capoeira, like going into it, then like the art, I can see someone who's never heard of capoeira before, like reading through the first volume and seeing, how the art depicts movement and motion and action and being kind of confused by kind of what they're seeing, because the art is very high quality and it's almost photorealism tier. You know what I mean? So it's very hard to show that in motion on a comic on a comic book page, you know what I mean? But if you know that it's capoeira that you're looking at, then it makes it a lot easier.
Right. It's definitely, I mean, it's especially with something that involves movement, because like even reading haiku for me right now, it's so weird to not see, them moving in a sport like that. So to even read something that is about a martial arts movement dance kind of thing is really interesting.
It's so good.
I took when I was in massage school, our adjunct he takes capoeira lessons. So he brought his teacher to class, and she showed us some capoeira moves and stuff like that, which was awesome.
That is so cool. I've never seen capoeira in real life. I've only seen it in Tekken.
Yeah.
and of course, Batuque and
Dude,
movies.
YouTube it. It's so
great.
interesting to see.
Yeah, I've seen it on in demonstrations on YouTube
Yeah.
and whatnot too. But I want to see someone just go crazy.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
10 feet away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
They even like the two of them even demonstrated like some moves that you do with like a partner and stuff like that, and it was just awe-inspiring to see like in person and stuff.
It's
Yeah.
cool
That's
too
awesome.
because Danny is like
Yeah.
a dancer also. So
Awesome.
Oh.
Match made in heaven. You'll really like. I like the way that capoeira is introduced in the series because it's very. It's all kind of exists, in the first couple of volumes, but it's very
Right.
gradual. It's very like organic. It's not just like some dude comes out of an alley and says, "Hey, you want to learn capoeira, kid?" Like it's not. It's not anything like that. The storytelling.
Someone in like a trench coat, like with their hands in the pockets, like, "Hey, you want to learn something?"
yeah. It's very poetically written, and it's very story. It's clearly trying to tell like a story with a moral leading into the learning of the discipline, and it's very well done.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Yay. Fun.
Yeah.
okay, Nickums.
Yes. All right. So, looking at your manga list, Danny, an incredible.
Mine is way better than Nick's.
It's definitely more diverse, like
How dare
hugely more
you.
diverse,
How
right?
dare you.
And so, what I'm seeing here is like you have a lot of obviously respect for shoujo. Obviously, we talk about that a lot, and you also do not shy away from sports anime, as you just mentioned. Haikyuu, for example, or Blue Lock.
Blue Lock.
Which I haven't
love
started
Blue
yet. I
Lock.
really want to start
Hell
that.
yeah.
Oh my God, Blue Lock is so good.
Everyone's
Hell
going
yeah,
crazy.
I've
about it.
I've not read Blue Lock, but it's on my list or whatever. But so my recommendation for you is something a little in these spaces, right? So you may have seen the anime, I suppose. March Comes In Like a Lion. Have you seen that?
Oh, see, no, I haven't.
on
Not
Netflix.
yet. It is on Netflix.
Sure.
I haven't watched it yet, but I
The
do want to
manga-
watch it.
The manga is also very good. It's written by a woman, Chika Umino, and it is a seinen title, but it is, I would say the art style is vaguely shoujo, right? It's approaching like a softer, more feminine style of art. So
Yeah,
might be right
it
up your
is.
alley. And the obviously it's a manga about shogi, right? So it's like got sports manga elements, right? But it's like super character driven. A good chunk of the content is not shogi, but rather just the characters' personal lives.
It's
like
about shogi.
yeah, it's a shogi manga.
So wait, this is the one that has like 3 different titles, right? So you have like 3 Gatsu no Lion, San Gatsu
Yeah.
no Lion, and then March Comes In Like a Lion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Japanese
Yeah.
is Sangatsu no Urayon. Yeah.
I've just remember seeing this get recommended to me with 3 different titles before.
Yep.
Like that's why I said that. But no, I didn't know it was about shogi.
Yep, shogi.
That's
so like
so cool.
the kind of synopsis, right? The quick explanation is that the main character is a high schooler who is actually a shogi pro. Like he's a professional shogi player, and he has been since middle school. He's like a prodigy. But he so he
doesn't,
actually like
he
what were you
keeps
saying?
it a secret, right?
It's not so much a secret. I mean, it's a secret from like his classmates, say, right?
Okay.
And he doesn't even go to school all that much because he often has to take absence to go to shogi tournaments. But
Yeah.
he's dealing with a lot of depression, essentially, because of events in his life that led him to his current point or whatever. The story generally is a fantastic depiction of depression, like incredibly realistic and incredibly compelling. You can really empathize with the main character. There is also a large cast of very well-written characters, very down-to-earth characters, especially female characters. The main character, most of his like friends or whatever, is this like family, and the family has like 3 sisters, like an older sister who's like a little older, right, in her 20s. She works at like not a maid cafe, but like a bar, right? She works at a bar.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's like a middle school girl who's like much more close to his age or whatever. And then there's like a little, toddler baby girl. She's super cute or whatever. But
There's a cat.
just fantastic story. Like especially if you're interested in shogi, but you don't even have to be interested in shogi, I would
Yeah.
say, to appreciate it, because the character driven aspect is so strong.
Right.
I love that. That sounds
It's like Japanese
Yeah.
chess, basically.
Yep.
It's definitely something. I mean, I'm not like looking at like art right now, but like on Annie List, the like little border that it has of the art it's very something. It's very like smooth, like not too harsh at all. It's
Right.
It's very soft.
Soft,
like, kinda
yes.
sketching kind of
Yes.
style, which is definitely something I like. So.
For sure, I highly recommend it. And if you want to watch the anime to start, like the anime is absolutely fantastic. It's
Yeah.
Shaft anime. Just fantastic art, fantastic soundtrack. I mean, everything about it is I can't recommend it enough. But
Yeah,
but
it's-
obviously the anime only goes so far, right? And you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's most stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Yeah, they've had 2 seasons, like 50 episodes, give or take.
yeah, about that. Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice,
Yay,
dude.
It was on my anime of the decade list, Danny.
It was.
That's
Ooh.
nice.
That deserves to be on that list for sure.
I
called
only
you
watched
out!
it at 1.5 speed to give it some respect.
Oh, why would you
God
say
damn
that?
it!
To give it some
boy.
respect.
To give it some respect too. Oh,
No. Yeah,
One
right?
1X
Tell
is
me
only
about it,
reserved for
Max.
9.5s and higher on anime
Sorry.
lists.
Dude.
Oh.
All right. All right, Danny, scoot your boot. Let me sit here.
come on
What?
over.
Get out of here.
Come on over, baby.
All right, holla at your girl.
Yo, Sam.
Konnichiwa.
So, last time, put you on that witch hat.
Yup, spicy. I have all 6 volumes right now.
And I love how much you love that.
Pre-ordering the 7th one soon. I'm also like into witchy shit, so like,
Oh,
you know.
I gave Witch Hat Volume 1 as a gift to like a bunch of people for Christmas too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's perfect. Spread the love. Yeah,
It's a
no, I
great
have
gift.
like an altar, and then I have like a grimoire and stuff of everything. Yeah, I love
That is
witchy shit and
awesome.
like stones and shit. Every time, like,
yeah.
because like I'm like, every time your girl posts shit on Facebook with some stones and shit, I'm like, girl, let me get into that amethyst real quick. And then me and Danny are like,
Wait, why
we'll
didn't you
talk
recommend Psalm, the Land of the Lustrous?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
true,
she was
yeah,
into such gems and
Yeah,
shit.
me and Danny
Yeah.
always talking about stones and shit, and yeah.
All right, Psalm,
Oh,
we're
nice.
gonna trade. We're gonna trade some here. We're gonna trade. I'll trade you land for one of yours.
No.
Oh no, fuck you.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow. No.
No, fuck you. All right, but yeah, Witch Hat, and then what was the other ones you recommended?
Well, you've been reading, Tokyo Revengers, Jujutsu Kaisen, and things, that we kind of like talk about over
Yeah.
in our area. Of
Also,
things,
I couldn't add it to my analyst because it's not on there yet, but I started Ranger Reject.
Yo, that looks so
I
good.
haven't even started that yet.
It's
Oh,
so
chapter
good.
1 is phenomenal.
I believe that's weekly. I'm pretty sure that's Weekly Shonen Champion. I'm not sure, but like, it's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's a 1 chapter right now.
I didn't
it's-
know
it's
we
brand
were
new.
jumping
It's
off
brand
like
new.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of your mods made a channel for it, and I was like, okay.
Yep.
So we have a channel for it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's where I've seen the name then.
yeah, dude. So it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
this recommendation that I have for you this time
Hit
isn't
me.
really based on anything on your list.
Okay.
This is based on just conversations that I've had with you on your show hours and just like outside of them.
Okay.
But you're really into video games and shit,
Yeah.
And so I want to recommend you Shangri-La Frontier. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Post
So
that link.
Shangri-La Frontier is like something that I'm so excited about still because I just found out about it like a couple weeks ago and like I'm still riding the high of finding out about it and reading it for the first time.
Okay.
But we just started reviewing it on our Patreon exclusive review show.
Oh, no
And
way.
Yeah, and it tells this. It's all available. You can read it all on Crunchyroll. It's officials. It's through Kodansha, but there's official ways to read it through. It's officially translated on Crunchyroll, which is really cool.
Okay.
But it's an MMORPG manga, right? So, but it's different than like. It's different than anything that I've really seen before as far as the approach to it, because the main character... now, the biggest complaints that people have that I've heard inside of, like, isekai, and this isn't really an isekai, but just, like, the video game setting, is that, like, the main character always gets, like, way too overpowered way too quickly, and it always feels cheap, or, like, it doesn't feel earned, you know what I mean, how strong the main character gets. But there's actually, like, a mechanism in play in the narrative for Shangri-La Frontier where the main character has been playing trash video games for his entire life. And by
Super buggy games.
Super buggy games where you accidentally walk through walls or the hitboxes are like way out of position. So he's basically been playing video games with training weights for his entire life.
Oh, like Piccolo. Nice.
Yes, or like Rock Lee, and then finally gets into Shangri-La Frontier, which is like the biggest video game in the world right now with like a billion fucking players, you know, which is a
Triple
god
A.
game. Yeah, triple A god game is what they call it, where like everything is perfect. The hitboxes are where they need to be. There's no bugs that can be found. And this motherfucker is looking for bugs while he plays it. You know
Oh, but
what I mean?
aren't
like,
bugs kind of what makes some games great, like Melee and some other
and
games?
I think that's like, you know, one of the points that the author like tries to make inside of the main character of Sunraku is that like there's value in shitty games. You know what I mean? There's definitely a place for trash. You know,
Yeah,
in
trash
pretty much
like
any
Melee.
medium.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Well,
Oh god, we just lost half our listeners.
but yeah, this one is, I think, what originally was a web novel or a light novel by someone named Katarina, but has since been adapted in manga form the way that we see it by someone named Ryosuke Fuji. So I think it's similar to One and One Punch Man kind of like situation. But yeah, it's amazing, Sam. It's like totally right up your alley, and I think what's the most impressive about it is how real the in-game mechanics and terminology and jargon, like it's real video game jargon, not just like, okay, I'm a fan of video games, but I'm telling my story, and this is all like entirely from me, so I'm gonna like write like pseudo gaming jargon. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's like actual real shit. You know what I mean? And it
If you've played
really good.
played an MMO before, you will definitely be like, oh yeah, all these mechanics, all these menus and options and everything just makes total sense. Like this would be exactly what you would have in a real MMO or whatever.
Yeah.
I
And
love
just look at the volume cover.
these color pages in the first chapter. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I like this girl.
So good.
Okay, this art look is just like really clean too. Like it's not too.
The art
like,
is very clean
Yes.
and it's very like contrast. It's very contrast. I don't want to say dependent, but like very heavy, you know, contrast reliant. You know what I mean? Where you have like very like bold line work, very bold line work.
Yeah.
But then like very stark whites. You know what I mean? With very little stark blacks, a lot of shading. But like
A lot of shading. Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
love
the
the first
contrast is in the
page.
whites.
Yeah.
Princess Zelda is like praying to some Mexican wrestler guy.
So
I like
good.
this. And it's only 13 chapters in. Okay.
No, there's actually 27 or
27,
28
yeah,
coming
okay.
out on Tuesday. Yeah.
13 is all that's out on Dex right now.
Yep, so you can read the
okay.
first 13 on Dex, and then you can switch to Crunchyroll to catch up to the most current chapter, which will be
Or
28
there's
tomorrow.
other sites obviously too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen more than 13 on any other site. Have you?
I think so. I have to.
okay.
Let me check my sources here.
Sure.
But
Is it
yeah.
on Right Stuff?
What was that?
I know. I looked actually on Right Stuff. Chainsaw Man is on. They're out of stock. It looks like on Volume 1, but like I bet Right Stuff has maybe they might.
Yeah.
They don't have everything, but
Yeah, no, I'm on
Sure,
the
sure.
email. I'm on the email list for all that, by the way. So I haven't gotten emails for it yet. So
Yeah, so you can- I mean, we're not sponsored by them, but like they have Chainsaw Man at a reasonable price.
they do, yeah. All right, Shangri-La Frontier, got it.
So
Added.
good. Yes.
Added.
And when you start that shit, Sam, you will binge right through all of that, and you'll hit me up and be like, Nox.
Yes.
Yo.
You're gonna be like, this is perfection in video game manga. Like, for real.
Hell yeah. Okay. Boom. That's a Noxy recommendation. Put it on your calendar, bitch. Okay. Nickums. Holla at your girl.
All right. So as I was looking at your manga list, and I know you said you're still filling this one out, right?
I was
So
actually
there's-
I was actually adding some things as you guys were talking to Danny. like fucking
I've added all of these to my list.
yeah, Rooster
Nice,
Fighter.
nice.
I put Rooster Fighter.
Yes.
Rooster
Rooster
Fighter.
Oh my
Rooster
God.
Fighter.
Yo.
So the reason why I love Rooster Fighter, and let me tell you why. First of all, you know I love Animal Face Johnsons.
Yeah.
Second of all, I collect cat statues. Just doesn't matter if they're like $1 or $10 or. I have one in my house that's like $100.
Wow.
I also collect really cheesy TJ Maxx rooster statues that you would find like at Gordman's or TJ Maxx or Burlington Co Factory. They're really shitty home decor roosters. I like putting them in my house because my brother Sudi, he's such a bitch that I call him a cock. So like every time I see a rooster, I name him Sudi and I put him in my house because my brother's name is Sudi. So I posted this manga in our private Discord, like our fam only Discord.
Sure,
and I was
sure.
like, Sudi, how'd you get them to make this manga about you, bro? Like this is crazy. And he was just like, shut up, so funny. I'm like, it's pretty funny. But anyway, Rooster Fighter's like 10 out of 10. Like, I don't even need to read the rest.
Yeah,
of it.
that's another fresh one, but it's so far very high quality, very reminiscent of like One Punch Man.
Yeah, yeah, but it's a rooster. Yeah.
All right. Well, my recommendation for you, based on your list, what I'm seeing in your list here, if I can glean any pattern from it, right, is that you like intense action, you like intense drama, you like good art, right? Like, who
proxy
doesn't?
battles.
Right.
That's anime, though.
So,
Shut up, Nick.
so my recommendation for you is Jagaaaaaan. Have you read that?
No.
All right, awesome. So Jagaaaaaan is a sci-fi seinen written by Kaneshiro Muneyuki. So this is the same dude who writes Blue Lock, actually.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, Gigant with a G. I was spelling
No,
with
it's
a J.
Jagaaaaan.
I typed the wrong thing.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
I'll link y'all to it.
6 A's.
6 A's. 6 A's.
The
in the
thing I clicked on is a girl in a tight shirt. So. That's
Oh yeah, not that. So this is a seinen. The art. If you look at like the volume covers, it is fantastic, right? Like top tier art, super detailed, tons of very very badass battles. It can get very gory. So like trigger like it's a seinen and it's very intense sometimes. So like trigger warnings for gore, trigger warnings for sexual violence sometimes. But another reason and it's not all sexual violence. Another reason I want to recommend this to you because it's sexy. Like there's a lot of hot scenes in this, and I've seen you in our Project Manga Discord in the Not Safe for Work chat, Sam. I see you out there. I see you horny on main.
out there.
I'm horny on main. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
main. Shameless.
Yeah.
So I think you'd like it. The plot is very good. So as a kind of synopsis, right? So it's a very mysterious premise. Basically, you're in present day Tokyo or whatever, and these frogs start raining down from the sky out of nowhere. All these frogs, whatever, and they land on people. And when they land on people, they kind of fuse with them and trigger inside them their most intense desires so that they actually become a monster that is an embodiment of those desires. I don't want to spoil too much with that concept,
That
but
was
like
very well said, though.
say someone who's like really into controlling people, they might become like a bondage monster, like, tying you down with like straps and hooks and shit. The main character,
Sam with a good time.
Shut up,
the
man.
main character is a cop who like a Japanese cop, right? So like not really all that dangerous relative to what cops could be like in the United States. But at the same
other parts
time,
of the world, not just us. All right.
right,
No, just us.
at the same time, this dude like really wants to kill people. Like he just hates people, but he plays like the nice cop persona or whatever, and then he fuses with this frog, and all of a sudden he grows like this sci-fi intense grotesque gun hand that shoots lasers, and he gets sucked into this plot of what the fuck is going on with these frogs and what is happening with them, right? So like, and he's trying, there's reasons that he gets sucked into maybe what he should be doing is killing all of them, right? And it is absolutely fantastic. Like, definitely worth a read.
This
So good.
art looks amazing.
Can you link me in the chat?
The volume
Yes.
covers are some of the best volume covers as far as colors go that I've like ever seen.
I'm looking at the volume 1 cover right here. This is like,
So good.
this is so sick.
Okay. Oh, there's a lot of A's
It's like
in this one.
Parasite
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
very similar to Parasite. Yep.
I actually enjoyed watching Parasite. I
That was a
didn't
good
think I was
soundtrack.
going to, but
Yeah.
I fairly enjoyed that, and I definitely want to read Parasite
Oh, hey.
as well.
It's older.
This
a
was
lot
on-
of people. That shit's from like the 80s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
was
I
on
mean,
the,
I like that type of aesthetic
Hell
too.
yeah.
Anyway, like
Hell yeah.
I definitely want to appreciate more of the older manga that's out there.
I
like
love when people
You
love
need
Parasite.
those
art
blocky
styles in
characters
comic
and
books.
large
Yeah.
chins.
I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
not
great.
a lot of people appreciate older comic book art styles.
Not a lot of people do. But
They
I,
don't look
for
like
one,
Betty Boop. Then I'm not
I
going to scoop.
definitely appreciate that.
God damn it.
I fairly enjoyed reading Akira when we were reading that for Manga Club.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the very
Nice.
beginning, way beginning.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Can't miss
I
that.
saw Jagaaaaaan on a YouTube video. I was YouTubing some stuff before this. I'm like, underrated manga. And I didn't actually see the video, but I saw the picture of this
Yeah.
on a thumbnail on somebody's video. So I feel like I know this already.
It's very underrated. Like on, it's actually, I guess the rating's going up. On Dex, the rating is only like a 7.96. I would say it deserves at least an 8 or whatever, right? Like over 8.
Yeah.
But like, it used to be, I think, ranked even lower, maybe like a 7.5 or something. So I think people are coming around. But yeah, it's very underrated for sure.
Yeah, Mal has it at has a 7.42.
Sure.
But I mean, yeah, I guess it depends how far. Sometimes people will give it a score before finishing it, or you know what I mean? If it has
Sure.
like they don't like the first
And-
chapter or something.
And because of that, like even a 7, I think is worth a read. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you'll get a lot of opinions at that point, right? Where maybe something doesn't hit for one person, but it hits for you, right? So as long as it's like relatively high quality, like you got to try stuff out for sure.
Yeah,
And,
7's like minimum for recommendation for me.
It's all,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all about the peaks. If it has some good peaks like that I
Right.
remember, that's what I
Yeah.
care about. Like, so what if it's not a 10? You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Something that I'm always interested in too, just randomly, is like, and I have to fucking, they're really hard to find on any official setting, so you have to fucking just Google it and see if you can find scans of it. But like, anything that was done in Koro comics, like from like the 80s or 90s, you know, because like they made a lot of Koro comics, and Nintendo have like a huge partnership, and I'm a Nintendo fangirl, so like. I read a lot of those like old Metroid comics from the 80s and like
Nice.
Kirby comics from the 90s. Those are just
Yeah.
really funny. But like, yeah. So
The
right,
Metroid like 2002 manga though is actually trying to tell the story. I think.
yeah, I liked it. It was like
Okay, so you did peep that.
yeah,
Okay.
it was like 12 chapters or something. It was like 2 books, like not even, but like.
I think it was 2 volumes. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was pretty cool. They had like the Prime logo and everything kind of on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the big ones I'm on right now are Attack on Titan, Undead Unluck, Kaiju number 8, Tokyo
Yes.
Revengers,
Hell yeah.
and
All goats.
yeah, and Witch Hat. But like Witch Hat is monthly, right? So like I kind of let it go
Yeah.
for a little bit. And then Watashi no Kabushi is like, it's this like these 2 delinquent girls in high school. They like meet up when they're like in their late 30s, and one of them is kind of like going nowhere, like. And she was like, "Well, I've always kind
Oh,
of
Sam, you were telling me.
yeah,
about
I've always
this.
kind of
This looks so good.
I always
What a
kind of
cool
liked you
premise.
or whatever." And they're like, "What, you did?" She's like, "Yeah, that's why like I beat you up back then because like I liked you kind of." And like so it's like it's kind of like a lesbian love story that's like not stupid, you know? It's like it's really cute. So like
Good shit.
yeah, it looks really good. So if I had to rec one to you guys, that's really cute.
Oh, thank you.
And also-
yeah, I've never heard this before. It looks awesome.
And then also
One more time on the title.
link
Watashi
you
no Watashi
It's
no
on her
Kobushi.
list or whatever.
Yeah, it's on my
Oh,
list.
yeah.
Read on the reading, and then if I had to recommend another one, fucking Crying Freeman, because it's one of the classic shonens, and I don't know if you guys have read it yet, but like
No, I've not read it.
Freeman.
Looks old as hell. When is this from? 86 to 88. Wow.
so this was way after
had a-
my
it had
time.
a
Oh,
movie?
Crying Freeman.
Yeah, it had a movie with Mark Dacascos as the lead.
Yo.
This is when
Wait,
anime.
a live action movie?
Yeah, in the 90s.
Oh my god, the art is beautiful
Yes.
on this.
So, like, the reason why I read this is because when I was a kid and I would go to, like, Blockbuster, I always saw the live-action movie and the anime OVA sitting next to each other. And every time I would watch, like, I had a Street Fighter anime movie on tape, Street Fighter 2 the animation, and one of the previews in the beginning was the Crying Freeman OVA. And I was like, I've always wanted to watch that, but I don't because I'm a kid and I might get scared because of blood and cutting people, whatever. And then when I was way older, I found these 2 fat volumes of the manga at a garage sale for $1 each. And I was like,
Wow.
these are amazing. Like,
Yo.
yeah, it's like,
What a find.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
really great.
awesome.
You should really read that one. I don't know if Danny
Awesome,
and
thank
Nick
you.
have any recommendations for you, but
I mean,
Crying
I
Freeman
want.
looks really good.
I
Oh
think
yeah, Kazuo
Nickums
Koike
should.
did that one. R.I.P. He did Lone Wolf and Cub too.
Oh.
oh yeah.
Whoa. I love Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he did Golgo 13.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've
if
seen
I'm-
that movie. That was a entertaining movie.
It's a great anime.
Yeah. Danny, what were you saying? You're gonna
Yeah, you were
recommend
gonna
me?
say something?
Yeah, no, Nickums, you should read Blue Lock.
Oh yeah,
Get on
definitely.
that shit.
Yeah, okay. we have a channel for that in our Discord, but I mute it because I
know.
don't read it or whatever.
Yeah, I mute the
Well,
ones
you should
that
read it.
I'm not
Oh,
reading.
awesome.
Definitely
we're
read
recommending.
it. Noxi.
Yeah.
I'm
I recommend a
looking
little
at-
manga called One Piece.
Nice. Been meaning to pick that
That
up,
he-
dude.
I do actually. We gotta get on that. I'll read it at 2 times speed.
Oh.
I think I already recommended that one to you last time.
Do you guys remember if we recommended you manga last? We
You
gave you
did.
anime, didn't we? Or was
No,
it
you
manga?
get nope. Gave me.
Do you remember?
manga.
Do you remember what we recommended you? Because I didn't write it down.
I
didn't
wrote
recommend
it,
me
I
shit.
wrote it. No, y'all recommended me. Danny recommended me 2 things. I think you recommended me 1 thing, and I have it in a note. And I can't remember if it's on my computer or my phone.
I just don't want to give you the
now.
same one. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't remember right now. I have not gotten to them. Obviously, if you can't
I think
tell.
I think I.
It's
mentioned
fine.
it.
I think. Oh, Noxi, if you haven't read Inuyasha just yet, or if you have,
like the manga for Inuyasha.
the
I have not.
yeah, okay. Well, read that. No.
Yeah, okay. Because I
Never heard of
recently,
it.
I think maybe 5 years ago, I finally sat down and read the manga for Yu Yu Hakusho. Because I was like, why have I not read the manga
man.
for things that I've
Yeah.
watched when I was a kid? You know what I mean? So I did Yu Yu
Yeah.
Hakusho, and then a couple years after that, I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and do Dragon Ball now. So Inuyasha is totally one that I should absolutely
Yeah.
make time for.
Inuyasha, Inuyasha's definitely. Inuyasha's my very first manga that I started to collect.
That's the first manga that I read that was
that-
the longest. Like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 56 volumes of Inuyasha, and I'm already at volume 30 right now.
Awesome.
So,
That's got to
Yeah,
be
no.
so good, like the nostalgia of like seeing
man,
it in the
it's-
old school style, like Rumiko Takahashi's like true like art
Love
style.
her.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Chef's kiss all the way. But like,
Yes.
I just love her art style as a whole. Like, I'm even currently reading Ranma Half as well.
I
Which
saw
is
that on your list.
amazing.
Mice
Yeah.
Koku is good too. You should read Mice Koku, Danny. If you
Oh, that's an
Yeah.
anime
It has
too.
like
That's a
10
classic anime.
things that have been like wildly successful.
I want to
Yeah.
read that. My son.
One-
What was it called? My son.
Mice Koku.
Yeah, I want to read that.
Yeah, that's
Y'all
by the
seen
same,
that? Y'all seen
author.
her newest stuff? Mal.
I have
I've
not.
not seen Mao. No.
She has a newest one that's out right now, but the one before her current one that she's currently working on, it's called Renee. And that one's really good too. It's very similar to it's like a mixture between Ranma Half and Inuyasha all at the same time, but also a
Oh.
little bit mixed in of like Yu Yu Hakusho, because it involves like
Nice.
this spirit world and stuff.
Let's go.
So that
Mal
one,
looks and feels a lot like Inuyasha too. Her newest work.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you just Google like. If you
Oh,
just
yeah,
Google
yeah,
it,
yeah.
Like you see.
Yeah.
That is Inuyasha on the cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
for
so
sure.
Nick, do you have a recommendation, or are you just trolling?
He's just gonna fart.
I got some stuff. Okay. I got some. Okay, you guys have read Prison School, right?
No.
Oh
I have
God,
not.
here we go. Please don't
Saw it
read it.
on your list though.
Please don't read it. It is
So good.
No,
Is
I
it
It's
had-
feel
it
like
had
if
an
it's
anime.
hyper etchy. If it's hyper etchy,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
keeping a million. I'm not ever getting. It's never
Okay,
getting read.
you not watching?
Yeah, I
it?
don't do
You're not
edgy.
reading that?
I'm not. I'm
Oh,
not
dude,
an etchy.
this is
yeah.
this is like
Hyper
to
titty.
the max. Okay, well I'll recommend something different then.
also peeing everywhere too.
There's
Oh,
a
a
little
bunch
bit
of
of
peeing?
there's a little bit of
Yeah.
peeing. Okay.
I'm good.
That's-
I mean,
That's
I would
the
let
meme in our
the
manga
warden
book
pee
club
on me,
meme.
but that's neither here or there.
The meme in our manga book club is like you have to like pee because like every manga we pick ends up having pee in it. It's like weird. I don't know.
Oh, did you
don't
guys read
intentionally
Baki
do
too?
What?
You guys read Baki too?
No, we haven't read that one yet. We
Put
haven't done any
that
of
on
the
the P
super
list.
long stuff
Yeah.
yet.
Put that on the P list.
But like
Put it on the P
Made in
list.
Abyss, Made in Abyss had some pee in there and some other ones. But yeah,
screaming.
what about the Way of the House Husband? Have you read that?
Yeah,
I have
that
heard
one's
of it, but I have
fucking
not
love
read it.
Yeah.
I'll
What?
recommend that to Noxi then.
Thank you.
Yes. Definitely read that. You'd love that, Don.
That one, it's like
Yeah,
it's like
that
a former
one's
Kira's been telling me
hilarious.
about that one.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
former Yakuza, and he turns into a house husband, and he's just like, it's like the most wholesome manga ever, and it's great.
That
Gets
sounds
into these
really cool.
Anime is coming
these
out soon,
crazy
but it's going to
situations.
Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to Netflix.
Oh, anime. Oh, that's right. It's coming
Netflix
out.
jail.
I might wait for the animation.
And then has Nickums. Have you seen Spy X Family?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yes,
read that
love that one. Yep. That was
I don't
very
have
good.
your list pulled up, so I got.
Yeah, I actually don't. I should make one of these lists because it seems
I
super
just
helpful.
started making an analyst like today.
Yeah, dude.
Here's one.
I got to update
I'm-
mine.
Yeah,
I'm
Analyst
looking-
might be better.
I'm looking at your list right now, and tell me about like Saikyo Densetsu Kurosawa. Like, is that good?
I actually have
um,
that tab pulled up. I think this is the same guy who did the Kaiji anime or the Kaiji
Yeah,
manga.
it looks similar.
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure it's the same
does
guy.
that translate to Angel Densetsu?
I could be wrong on that, but no,
like
yeah, he
the
did.
best
He created Kaiji
Densetsu-
Ultimate Survivor, and I think what's the other one that's not Kaiji? Akagi. There we go.
Densetsu,
You like it, though?
Densetsu means like legend or something.
Legendary, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Densetsu. That's like what is it? Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I forgot the name of
gonna
that
go
one.
with
Saikyo Densetsu is the
Ginga
strongest
Densetsu.
legend Kurosawa, I think. Legend of the strongest.
I haven't
man
read. I have
Kurosawa.
not started this one yet, but I mean, basically, I recommended Kaiji Ultimate Survivor to basically everybody. But it's like if you like thrilling action, manly man stuff with this one, it probably has like very little ecchi in it. I
Look at
haven't
this
read
man's
it. So.
chin.
If you like chins, it's great. I don't know. I
Look at
haven't
that
read it.
schnoz.
If you like
This is
chins,
very,
it's great.
This is very
So Kaiji-
Lupin the Third, very Android Kikaider like era, like
Oh, he's
Sure.
fighting.
Like,
He's fighting against delinquent middle schoolers. There you
Yeah,
go.
dude.
That's
I'm
I'm
right up
all
Sam's
about
alley.
Kikaider and
But you,
and
so
Cyborg
you often
009.
recommend Kaiji, Nick?
I recommend Kaiji the anime, and then and I also recommend this the.
Oh yeah, we should be recommending
Legend
anime
of the
to
Strongest Man
these guys.
Kurosawa.
I'm over here recommending manga
Okay,
like
nice.
a dummy.
I have seen Kaiji the anime, and it's by the same creator, so I assume it's going to be good.
Y'all should be
Hell yeah.
watching
I put
Wonder
this
Egg
on my list
Priority
recently.
right now.
oh yeah, that's getting watched.
Yeah.
I've only seen episode 1, and I need to see the rest. I
Super
need
good.
to keep watching it.
It's so good.
Also, if
Egg.
if neither of you haven't yet, watch Pokemon The Origin.
Yes. Okay. So
I've
is
not
this
seen
the
that.
one? Is this the one with the clip that I saw on Facebook one time of like that trainer squaring up with the Machamp?
No, that's Twilight Wings, and you should also watch that.
Okay, that's the one.
Just watch all Pokemon.
That's the
Yeah,
one I've been
those- the
trying to
Twilight-
remember.
Twilight Wings is all on YouTube.
For free on the
Nice.
official Pokemon channel. Yeah, because they're just like
they're short.
they're like 7 to 12 minutes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see. Yep.
And
yep.
then if you like delinquent shit that's like short,
Yes.
please watch Girl Beats Boys, because I just rewatched
Oh.
it and it's on top of my mind right now.
titles already got me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, just seriously, it's so sick. Just do it. And then
All right.
And then also recommending that you guys come on the show again because, you know,
1 year from today.
1 year from today.
That seems to be our pattern every February.
Yo, wait a minute. Was it really last February?
That's when February 29th is when the last Manga Therapy came out.
Yo.
Okay, yeah, this has definitely got to be.
A thing, right?
A
Manga
yearly
Therapy,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll obviously meet up. You know, like
We'll have
Yeah, we
other
can do more than
We'll
once.
have other
Right,
collabs
right.
in between, but Manga
Yes,
Therapy has
yes.
got to be every February.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I love this.
Yeah, that's like perfect timing because I was like trying to get you guys on a couple weeks ago, but this actually works out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
One thing that I do shortly, real quick, I want to recommend both Nickums and Noxi to watch Skate the Infinity.
yeah,
Oh,
actually,
that's currently
Yes.
airing.
Oh my god, is this about skateboarding?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I think someone literally just brought
Colorful
this up,
cast
and then I was like,
of
okay, I don't remember
Oh,
that.
yo,
Please let me
these
remember
colors.
that.
What the
And
fuck?
then
Yeah.
And then I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look
You got a
at
heavy
this.
metal guy. You got the pretty boys. You got the calculating guy.
It's more it's
Okay.
more centered around like the racing, but like they still do
It's like Initial D. Kind
they
of.
still do like ollies and shit and kick flips and
Sure.
talk
Sure.
about
It's-
learning new tricks and
Cool.
stuff. It's really cool.
Ever
Yo.
since I saw like K Project anime, and they had those like rotoscope scenes of like dudes skateboarding in like the Project K anime or whatever.
Yeah,
Ever since then, I was like, man, when is there ever going to be a skateboarding anime?
right, dude.
And
Boom,
here it
we
is.
go. Yeah.
Good shit.
skateboarding / a little bit of snowboarding because the one guy knows how to snowboard.
The OP and ED are
Pretty good.
great.
ready.
They're awesome. They're
I'm
bops.
so ready. Thank you so much.
Boppin'. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you.
Guys are welcome on anytime, and now we just got to get Kiko and Eagle over here, and
Hell yeah.
it'll be good to go. Kiko is...
We're gonna
We
morph
need to
into
get
a
Nick
manga
over
podcast.
Oh, no,
on,
wait,
on
I've
your
had Kiko
podcast.
on a-
Yeah, we got to get Nick over here too. That's right.
Yeah.
I've had
Just
Kiko
give
on
me an
on
assignment
AOQ
and I'll
before.
read it. I'll read at least 2/3 of it.
He'll be reading it while you guys are recording.
All right, just let me finish reading.
So we have the two Nicks. And we have the so we just need Eagle over here because I've had Kiko on an AOQ app when I.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because we talked about JJK and CSM way before it was super mad. Well, like it was just getting hype at the time, I think.
Right.
And they had just announced the anime for JJK, so we were talking about it. And I was telling people, I was like, nope, hype as shit. And then when they started recommending it for book club, I was like, nope, fuck you guys. I fucking told you. Y'all are bitches. I have proof.
Yeah, I love when people were like, "Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, maybe," like however long ago, and then like now they're just like Jujutsu Kaisen. I remember.
Them's the
I
same.
didn't forget.
Yo, them's the same people who made fun of me for listening to emo music, and now they're like, "Oh my god, I was an emo cat."
Oh no!
Fuck you,
You didn't have a Zanga?
You didn't have a Zanga or a Vampire
God,
Freaks or a
Zanga.
Live Journal? Fuck you.
I don't want to hear it. If you didn't have a Zanga, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it, dude. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Hell yeah. Anyway, thank you, Noxi and Nickums, for coming on. I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us on.
Love you, love you, love you. One more time.
Thanks for joining us.
Tell the bitches where they can find you.
Yeah. Well, you can find me at Noxi_PM on Twitter. The PM stands for Project Manga. Yeah,
didn't know that.
in case you didn't know. But and then you can find Project Manga anywhere using the words Project Manga.
Yeah, link
Hell yeah.
link in the episode description for y'all right now. Link to the link tree so you can go holler over there. And also in that link tree is their Discord. You should join their Discord because I love
Please.
it. I hang out over there quite often. And they
Yeah, we have a good time.
Great
They have
community.
dedicated channels for the mangas they're reviewing in their weekly Shonen Jump show. So what I do is I just mute the ones I'm not reading or caught up on, and then I unmute it when I'm caught up. So like,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's how you do it.
That's how I do
That
it.
is how you do it.
And then they have like a other manga section with like King and Ashura, Golden Kamuy, Tokyo Revengers, Ranger,
Right.
Ranger Reject, Blue Lock, Fire Force. So hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
If you guys want to hear more Noxi and Nickums other than going over there to their podcast, let me know if you want to hear them again, or if you want to hear the other Project Manga cast over on the Anime Summit. You know how we do. We collab all the fucking time, and hopefully we are talking about doing another Anitube soon. I don't know when, but like that's just in the talks right now. Nothing's in stone yet, but
Probably be summer.
probably be summer.
Right.
But you know how we do. So just holla at Chiguala. I stole that from Noxi. Every time. When,
I stole that from Lil Wayne. so
oh,
it's
did
fine.
you? Yeah. Shots to Lil Wayne. All right. I've been Sam, Danny, and Nick, and Nickums,
Hi.
and Noxi. And this has been the Anime
Bye, guys.
Summit Podcast.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Can't believe I fired Smokey live on the show.